won 12 of them by big knockouts from Sonora, Mexico. Please welcome Jose Humberto Corral. And his opponent boxing out of the blue corner, wearing black, white and blue, and weighing in at trim and ready, 180.5 pounds. Undefeated as a professional with 8 wins, with 4 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his Berkeley's boxing debut from New Haven, Connecticut, please welcome Charles Foster.
Our next bout scheduled for 6 rounds in the cruiserweight division. New Haven, Connecticut's undefeated Charles Foster. He enters his fight with a record of 8 wins against 0 defeats. 4 of his 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Takes on Agua Prieta, Sonora, Mexico's Jose Humberto Corral. He enters this fight with a record of 19 wins, 20 losses. 12 of his 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Jose Humberto Corral, clearly the more experienced of the two fighters, not just in the quantity of fights, but also in the caliber of opposition he has faced. We'll see what Charles Foster has in store tonight against Humberto Corral. Jose Humberto Corral has fought 3 of his last 4 fights here in Massachusetts. He was stopped in the 6th round by Chris Triady last June. Last summer in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, went 8 rounds in a competitive matchup with Vinny Carita. He goes to touch gloves with Charles Foster at the beginning of round 1, and Foster goes to drill him. Crowd noticeably gasped. After fighting Vinny Carita last August in Cape Cod and losing a decision, Jose Humberto Corral returned to Massachusetts this past November, losing an 8-round decision to Paul Gonzalez in a fight that also took place in Cape Cod. We should mention it is Cinco de Mayo, which is fitting because there is a gentleman from Mexico in this fight. Charles Foster from New Haven, Connecticut, trained by Luis Rosa, one of the best trainers, if not the best trainer in New England, from the amateurs on up to the pros. His son, Luis Rosa, is a highly touted professional contender in the featherweight division. Also trains William Foster, the younger brother of Charles Foster, who is a very good amateur and a good prospect in his own right. Despite the fact that this is a cruiserweight fight and Jose Humberto Corral weighed in the heavier of the two fighters, Charles Foster appears to be the bigger of the two fighters. He's fought as low as 168 pounds in the past. Seems to have found a comfort zone at light heavyweight, but tonight, fighting in the cruiserweight division. His last fight was a first-round knockout over Joey Gardner of Rhode Island in a fight last year in Connecticut. Crowd cheers as Jose Humberto Corral takes body shots and eggs Charles Foster on to keep hitting him. And gets wild with his punches, Jose Humberto Corral. It should be noted, despite the fact that Chris Triady stopped him last June, Jose Humberto Corral has exhibited a fantastic chin. That fight was stopped more or less due to the accumulation of punches that Chris Triady had landed throughout the course of the fight. But at no point did Jose Humberto Corral seem worse for the wear. The most noticeable punch that I saw in this round that hurt Jose Humberto Corral was a body shot from Foster. I haven't seen him go back to the body since then. Jose Humberto Corral almost tripped over himself there momentarily as the closing seconds of round 1 are now underway. Round 1 clearly won by Charles Foster. Though there may have been segments of the crowd won over by Jose Humberto Corral for his theatrics. Matt Bradley, a local trainer in the corner of Jose Humberto Corral tonight, along with Emmanuel Valadez, who we saw fight earlier in the evening. Jose Humberto Corral's family member Saul Corral recently fought on national television in a losing effort to Mike Alvarado. Round 2, this one scheduled for 6 as the fighters get off their stools for the bout to resume. Awkward angled punches coming from Jose Humberto Corral. Has some success with them, however. Don't think they affected Charles Foster whatsoever, but they did land. Round 2 coming to a conclusion, and like round 1, another definitively won round courtesy of Charles Foster. Less theatrics from Jose Humberto Corral this round, however, but I've got Charles Foster ahead 2 rounds to zip. Round 3 between Charles Foster and Jose Humberto Corral. Foster in the black trunks with the blue and white trim. Jose Humberto Corral in the red trunks with the white trim. Most noteworthy fighter that Jose Humberto Corral has been in the ring with, probably Peter Kid Chocolate Quillen, who is now the WBO middleweight champion. Jose Humberto Corral fought him earlier in his career when he was a middleweight. Tonight entering the fight as a cruiserweight, weighed in at 191 pounds. Foster going more to the body here in round 3. For a moment, I thought Jose Humberto Corral was going to try to touch gloves with Charles Foster. I was going to say, based on past experience, he may not want to do that. Learned that the hard way in the opening seconds of round 1. Foster ripping him to the body. Trying to corner Jose Humberto Corral. Corral takes the shots well. Has been able to get himself out of any bad predicaments thus far in the fight. How long can he continue to do so? And here in round 3, he's noticeably going to the body, aiming for the body. Wants to break Jose Humberto Corral down to the body. And a noticeable thwap permeates throughout the venue with consecutive right hands to the body from Charles Foster. Rounds 1 and 2 were definitively won by Charles Foster, but round 3, he's winning even more definitively. Sneaks in a left hand upstairs as well. And now he's got Jose Humberto Corral's attention and respect. The theatrics we saw in round 1 aren't there now. Jose Humberto Corral does sneak in a right hand, but the only good punch he's landed this frame, I'd say. Round 3 concludes here in Melrose, and Charles Foster very much in control. Round 4 begins between Charles Foster and Jose Humberto Corral. Big round 3 for Foster. Has not been able to get Jose Humberto Corral out of there, however. Will he pick up the pace here in round 4 and go for the knockout? Or is he content to earn his way to a point decision, which, from what I've observed thus far, I can't foresee any scenario in which he would lose that. Good work upstairs by Charles Foster here in round 4. Jose Humberto Corral now reverting to clinching. Charles Foster has thrown everything but the kitchen sink at him, and Jose Humberto Corral has been able to withstand it and occasionally throws back and lands. And it looks like they're going to deduct a point from Jose Humberto Corral for holding. And it was Charles Foster who pushed off because he was holding, and our referee has decided to deduct a point from Charles Foster. So a 10-8 round for Charles Foster in round 4. And in between rounds, the corner of Jose Humberto Corral has elected to stop the fight. I think a wise decision. Charles Foster was in control of every second of that fight, and as he raises the hand of Charles Foster in a sign of respect to him. And this will go down as a TKO win for Charles Foster, who improves to 9-0 with 5 knockouts and has a stoppage win over a guy who's traditionally very durable tonight in Jose Humberto Corral, as the crowd cheers Jose Humberto Corral's effort tonight as well. Coming all the way from Agua Prieta, Sonora, Mexico to Melrose, Massachusetts for this contest. We'll get the official word from our ring announcer, John Vina, here at Memorial Hall in Melrose, Massachusetts. John, take it away, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Jose Humberto Corral and Charles the Truth Foster. Ladies and gentlemen, the August Durable Jose Humberto Corral does not answer the bell. For the 5th round, your winner by TKO victory and still undefeated, Charles the Truth Foster.
Charles the Truth Foster, still undefeated at 9-0. Now with 5 knockouts to his credit.